phases of language acquisition. The first is the behaviorist theory that was founded by John Watson and supported by Leonard Bloomfield, Murray, Skinner, and Stahl. The behaviorist theory was advanced in America in the early decades of the 20th century by making a particular emphasis on the importance of verbal behavior. In this theory, we have 5 main principles. The first, it deals on spoken language. 2. It focuses on teaching-learning process. 3. Stimulus-response interaction developed by Pavlov. 4. Learning is a result of reinforcement and reward. 5. Learning is socially conditioned. Then we have the innateness theory. This theory was developed by Noam Chomsky, and he states that we are born with the faculty to acquire a language thanks to the LAD. It means the language acquisition device. According to Chomsky, infants have the capability to acquire grammar rules because it is a universal property of language.
I am Erika Mariño, Cognitive Theory. Based on the process by which people acquire knowledge is concerned with the study of the process such as language, memory, and problem solving. There are several representatives, but the most prominent is Jean Piaget. For example, Jean Piaget and his theory stage of the cognitive development is about the development of the intelligence begins in childhood and has 4 stages. We define age and the characteristics. Sensorial stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, formal operational stage. Social interactional theory. People can learn new things and develop new behavior by observation of others individuals. There are several representatives, but the most prominent is Albert Bandura. Learning is a connective process that takes place in the social context and occurs purely through observation or direct situation. Bandura has 2 important ideas. Mediator process occurs between the stimuli and response. 2. Behavior is learning from the environment through the observation learning process. For example, the child observes that his mother is reading and he will later imitate that he is reading.
My name is Leslie Gavilanes. Usage-based theory. It was introduced by Tomasello 2003. Its fundamental claim is that language acquisition emerges from language use, which means that we learn language structures and words by using language and by understanding the language that other people use. The theory argues that infants start to develop the cognitive skills for language acquisition between 9 and 12 months. Usage-based theory identifies several cognitive processes like categorization, chunking, rich memory, analogy, and cross-modal association. Optimality theory was introduced in 1993 by Alan Prince and Paul Smolensky. It lies in the idea that language and every grammar is a system of conflicting forces which are expressed by constraints. Optimality theory holds that all languages have a set of constraints which produce the basic phonological and grammatical patterns of that particular language. Then takes an input and returns a set of output candidates. Eva chooses the candidate that best satisfies the set of ranked constraints to be the output.
My name is Erika Soria and talk about native language magnet model. Young children learn their mother tongue rapidly and effortlessly, following similar developmental paths of culture. How infants accomplish this task? The native language magnet model to help explain how infants at birth can hear all the phonetic distinctions used in the word's language. According to Call's research focus on the mechanisms underlying the development transition from an infant's universal phonetics capacity to native phonetics discrimination. During the first year of life, prior to the acquisition of word meaning, Infants begin to perceive speech by forming perceptual maps of the speech they hear in their environment.